Before you publish a recipe recorded in the Cooksy app, you'll need to add instructions to accompany your video. To get started, choose a recipe you'd like to edit. Tap the copper circle in the bottom right corner, then select Edit. Begin by tapping the pencil icon under the preview video. Add the name of your recipe. Next, add a brief description or detail about your recipe. Then add the number of servings. Click Done when finished. Now it's time to add your ingredients. Tap the pencil icon next to the word Ingredients. You'll see a new screen appear with a plus sign beside New Ingredient. Tap the plus sign. In the next screen, add the quantity, then move to the right to add the name of the ingredient. If you need to add a detail, such as diced or sliced, use the Notes section. Then click Save. Repeat this process until all ingredients have been added. A few more helpful tips when editing the ingredients section. Here's a few of the recommended abbreviations for ingredient measurements like cup, tablespoon, and ounces. If you want to change the order of an ingredient, simply press and hold the ingredient you wish to move and drag it up or down to change the order. If you need to group ingredients to be mixed together, tap the arrow to the left of the ingredient to indent the ingredient. Tap the arrow again to undo. When your ingredient section is finished, tap the copper circle in the lower right corner. Next, tap the pencil icon to the right of the word Equipment. This is where you'll list any equipment you used while creating your recipe. Be thorough and specific so that anyone following along has everything they need to complete your recipe. Suggested equipment to include would be size and type of pan or pot, bowls, spoon, or whisk. Tap the copper icon in the lower right corner of your screen to save. The next section is for any prep steps your recipe requires, such as dicing vegetables or mincing garlic. Tap the pencil icon next to the word Prep Steps. Tap the plus icon to add a prep step, then click Save. If you'd like to add a photo to illustrate your prep step, click the copper photo icon in the center of the screen. You can take a photo or upload a photo from your camera roll. Select a photo, then click Save. When you've added all prep steps, tap the copper icon in the lower right corner. Now it's time to edit the cooking instructions. Tap the pencil icon next to Cooking Instructions. A vertical bar with 4 icons will appear next to your video. The top icon directs the user to turn on the heat to a certain setting. The second icon is used for adding ingredients. With this feature, you can add or remove ingredients. You can tap the gray buttons to add ingredients from your list, or use the pencil icon to customize the instruction. This is handy when an ingredient needs to be divided or added at different times. Click Save to move on to the next step. The third icon directs when to stir, flip, cover, or uncover. You can add a custom instruction by tapping the pencil icon. The fourth icon is for adding a custom instruction or adding a chef's note. Chef's notes will appear shaded in blue. Use this custom instruction feature if you need to explain a little more about your instruction. To begin adding instructions, you can either use your finger to drag the thermal reading bar to a stage where an instruction needs to be added, or tap the play button on the video to make the video play in real time. Continue using the icons to add instructions as they appear on the video. When your instructions are complete, tap the copper icon in the lower right corner to save. Here are some helpful tips when adding cooking instructions. Be careful not to overlap instructions at the same time. If you do, the app will tell you it cannot save the recipe. If this happens, click OK. Scroll back through the video until you see a red circle. Delete the instruction that is too close by swiping left and tap the trash can icon. Then re-enter the instruction at a slightly different time. Also, do not end the recipe instructions with a chef's note. Last up is to add any finishing steps. Some recipes will have finishing steps and some won't. You can add suggestions for serving your recipe or any extra steps to help the user enjoy your recipe. This process is the same as adding prep steps. Click the copper icon when you've completed your finishing steps. When you're done editing, tap the arrow in the upper right corner. Tap the copper icon in the lower right corner to add additional edits or publish your recipe. Publishing a recipe makes it viewable to all Cooksy app users and is completely optional, but it's a great option so that others can follow your recipe. You can unpublish your recipe at any time to make it private. To add a photo to your recipe, tap the camera icon under the preview video. Then select whether you want to take a photo or add a photo from your camera roll. Choose the photo you'd like to display, grant access to your photos, then click Save. It may take a refresh of your app for the photo to show up. If you'd like to download a copy of your video to use elsewhere, simply tap the 3 dots below the preview video to see your download options. From here, it's bon appetit!